Uh-oh. Facebook's broken. Connection available, live. Okay. I think we're live. Hello, everyone. Hello. You can go get Kate to check that it's live everywhere. Hello, welcome to Talk with Tash. Good morning, good evening, wherever we are. Let's start off with our gratitude. What is one thing you are grateful for today? Share below. I would love to hear what we are grateful for, what we are happy about, what is the good in the world. Hello, Kane. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Evie. You have sent a request to be in my live video. I have no idea how that works. So please post below what you're grateful for. What is one good thing that you are happy about? Also, I would also love to hear, while I'm going live every day, who would like to have a coaching session with me. So it's going to be live. It's going to be, everyone can see the session. So, and if anyone's ever been in a coaching session with me before, it can get emotional, it can get deep, and it can get full on really, really fast. So only say you are interested, if you are interested in going really deep, really emotional, really fast, and we'll get back to you and see if we can hook that up, because I would love to help and coach you one-on-one. That would be really cool. We're grateful for a beautiful spring day. Thank you, Karen. Love to have a coaching session with you. That would be awesome. We're grateful for being healthy. Had an awesome ride. That's fabulous. Hello, Simone. I'm going to get Kate to call you a bit later. So, because I can see that you want to get in touch. So we'll get in touch with you. Grateful that my horse is now sound and I'm able to ride. Love it. Grateful for being able to ride. Yes. Grateful for the sunshine. I love it. Great. All right. So keep sending through your gratefulness, but also start sending through your questions. Every Talk with Tash is an opportunity for you to connect with me, ask your questions, have some help, have some guidance, have some knowledge, whatever it is that you need from me. At this time, I'm here for you, here to give you love. Sue, love your lives. I'm so glad. Having my horses at home to see and love, even if C can't ride anywhere. Oh, even if you can't ride anywhere. Yep. Okay. Grateful that I just got a ride again after a broken ankle. Oh, happy healing. Okay, should you still ride your 24-year-old if he's fit and healthy? If he's fit and healthy, absolutely. I've got my 20-year-old still going and he's loving it. And Tambo, my very first dressage horse, I think we retired him at 22 because he started having some weird breathing things in his stable. He'd just go every now and then, and we went, ooh, what's that? And the vet said, yeah, it probably shouldn't be ridden anymore. So use your vet advice, use your horse advice. In regards to him, he was still eager to go, which didn't really help. But if ever the horse is dragging his feet, not happy to work, not happy to get into the arena, then maybe there's something we need to look at. Okay. Loved your live riding. Please do it again. Helped me handle my spooky draft today. Absolutely. I thought we need to do a live training session of Wes next. So we'll get to that this week. How long would you generally say it takes to bring a horse from beginners to Grand Prix? They say 5 years. Took my first horse more like 7 years. But now I can do it in 5. So it really just depends on the horse and where you're at when you're riding. Okay, my horse is 21 and still going strong. I love it. How do you refocus your goals with everything that is happening? I'm riding novice and training elementary. You focus on what you can focus on. So if you are still able to ride but not compete, then if you had a goal to get to elementary, you print out that elementary test and you start working the movements. If you can't ride at the moment, you print out the elementary test and you start riding the movements. You sit on your chair and you go, okay, how do I ask for shoulder in? Where do I put my seat? Where do I put my weight? Where do I put my hands? What feeling do I have in my hands? Do I have one rein more than the other? How do I get bend? How do I know that my horse is in shoulder in? Where do I look? There's a million checklists you can do with your body and with your brain to know that you understand your elementary work, if that's your goal. So yeah, you've got to think about what your goals are. You can change them. I've certainly changed mine because I'm very competition focused and very competition based, so most of my competition stuff is not happening, so therefore a lot of my riding goals are different. So a lot of my riding goals became about how can I help you guys and how can I show you, because sometimes if I'm really focusing on a competition, I don't want to give up a training session to, you know, show you guys what's going on maybe, but now I don't have that, so I'm like, let them come in, let them watch my riding, let them watch my training a little bit. So yeah, just get really, really clear on your goals. Okay. Where are we? What do you do with a horse that braces against the contact? So it's getting strong in the mouth, getting strong in the contact. You've got to ride it forward, and if he's pulling, you're pulling. So it's impossible, if you put a loop in the rein, it's impossible for there to be a strength issue there. But if I pull on you and you pull on me, we could start leaning back and just pulling on each other, and to stay in, there's a word for it. Phil doesn't know. Equilibrium. Oh, no. Thank you, Phil. That is the word. So we don't want to have that equilibrium. So what I would do is if you were pulling back and I was pulling back, I'd almost give a little bit and then give you a little bit of a tug, which would pull you off balance. That's kind of what you want to do with the horse. You're not going to pull on his mouth and have him pull on your hands. You're just going to go, get off, get off, get off, and a take give. Okay. Where are we? Any tips on green horses? I'm just about to start a young warm blood gelding, from Rebecca. It's not really a question, Rebecca. What's the problem? What's the challenge? That's good. Yeah, you've got a horse and you're about to start a young warm blood gelding. So all my brain goes is that's good. So you tell me what the problem is or what the challenge is or what the issue is. Started a little scrapbook that I write down and print pics of my goals, but I feel like they are all over the place. How can I organise my goals? That's good that you've got this scrapbook and you write down all these goals, then start doing timelines around them and start. So let's say you had a goal to become a famous chef and get to base camp of Mount Everest and see Antarctica and get married and have 5 kids and ride a horse at Grand Prix. And you write them all down because they're all the things that you want. And then you just start going, okay, well, which one's the most important? Which one should I do, first? Which one would fit in doing with kids or without kids? And you go from there. All of you guys know, I hope, I'm always very open about what I do in my goals. And I had a 10-year life plan in 2009 to 2019, and it had when my children were going to be born, what I was going to do before the children were born, what I was going to do when they were born, what I was going to do after they were born, and I knew there was no riding for 2 years. And I was okay with that because it was put into the 10-year plan. So it's okay to sit down and look at your next 10 years and go, okay, these are all the things that I want. How am I going to make it all fit in? But you have to do that work. You can't just hope and cross your fingers that the next 10 years works out, or the next 10 years you somehow manage to fit it all in. It doesn't work like that. You need to sit and organise and plan and really get clear on what it is that you need to do. Okay. How can I stop my toes from turning out? Such a big problem for me. So it's normally a problem from the hip. So if you look at the equinection thing, I did a stretch about stretching your hips, and it's basically you get on your legs, you get on and your legs are like this and your toes are like this. You want to pick up from the heel, from the hip, and turn your hips in. So even now on a chair, what I want you to do is turn your hips in and turn your toes in. And I even had a client I was training who had hugely toes out problem, but she walked with her toes out. She did everything with her toes out. Her body position and her shape was this. So I said, you have to change that. Like, it's not like you do this the whole time for 23 hours, but then when you ride a horse, you expect to be able to do this. So what you need to do is I need you to start walking with your toes in. I need you to start moving with your toes in. When you're standing talking to someone, I need you to stand with your toes in. It's about training that body and training those muscles to be like this rather than this, if that makes sense. Okay, tips on keeping a horse straight in a leg yield. Yep, so it's all about what's the problem in your straightness. Are the quarters leading? Are the quarters trailing? And the hind leg is the engine and the action part of the horse. So leave the hind legs where it is and move the shoulders wherever you have to. So if the hind legs are leading, you need more shoulders across. If your hind legs are lagging, you need to, your shoulders are running off. So you need to stop the shoulders and move them across. You just need to think about, that's why leg yield's so tricky, and it's in the test, not so much for the horse, but to see, can the rider start to influence the shape and the way of going on the horse and the shoulder control. So a leg yield for me is never about, can my horse do leg yield? A leg yield for me is, can I do leg yield? Can I control all four legs on the ground, where they move, how fast they move, what's leading, what's trailing? Can I pick up a shoulder? Can I move a shoulder? Can I keep the nose in the middle of the chest? All those kinds of things is what the test of leg yield is to me. Okay. Tips to dismiss the what ifs. Again, it's a pattern. If you run the pattern of what if I fall off, what if I get hurt, what if it all goes wrong, what if things go bad, what if something bad happens, what if I'm not okay, what if I get like blah, blah, blah. If that's your pattern, you have to do a pattern interrupt. You have to stop running the pattern. So I always say, and I do it with my kids, I do it with myself, if you're going to play the what if game, it's what if it all works out? What if it all goes fantastic? What if I'm awesome? What if it's brilliant? What if it's okay? What if it's the best thing that ever happened to me? And can I run that pattern 100% of the time? No, but I do run it a lot. I'm a human, and do I also need to be aware of when things can go wrong? Yes, but then I mitigate the risks. So if anyone, what's it called? SWOT. The SWOT framework, strengths, weaknesses, I have no idea what the O and the T is. But it's like, well, what can go wrong? What can go right? And how do we mitigate the risks of what can go wrong? And how do we handle it when it goes right? That's how my brain kind of works. And then I focus on what I can control about those things, and off I go. And if I accept the risk, then I accept the risk. Thank you, Shatsi. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Thank you very much. How do you get the correct canter lead from Nat? So the correct canter lead, if you wanted to canter left, but the horse kept picking up the right lead, it's because there's more weight on the left part of the horse. So the left side is blocked, therefore he can't do it. And his right shoulder is free and he's going like this. So you need to get more weight onto the right side of the horse, which is your inside leg. Move it into your right hand. Get the horse soft to the left from a slight leg yield, or just that inside leg creating that nice little banana shape. And then you can do your canter transition, which is why most people do the canter transition in the corner, because that automatically kind of creates the shape, unless the horse is going around the corner with his head to the outside. And that's what I'm always talking about when you're riding, is your horse falling in or bulging out, because both of those things needs to be fixed, or you're going to have a canter transition problem or things like that. How do you stop running into a trot from canter? Yeah, so you want to think, I always think of, if I'm cantering, if I'm doing any downward transition, I want to parachute down. I want to float down. I don't want to fall down. So I don't want to feel canter, 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 trot, 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 trot. I want to go and trot, 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 which is, that the horse is in self-carriage and is carrying me from canter forward into a trot transition, instead of like running onto the forehand into a trot transition. So it's all about keeping the weight behind, lots of half halts, and really have that vision of floating into your transitions. So I glide into my upwards and I float forward into my downwards, if that helps. Oh, Kelly was helping me. Opportunity and threat. Thanks, Kelly. I appreciate that. How to not be scared of a really fast trot. Well, you want to make sure that you're in rising trot, not sitting, if sitting trot's a challenge for you. And again, do my fear class. You want to think about, why is your mindset decided that a fast trot means anything? We get to decide what everything means. If a fast trot means something to you, you need to look at that. And maybe if you feel like it, changing it, because if it's probably affecting you. Okay. My horse throws his head up in nearly every canter transition every time I have a lesson. Okay, guys, I can't press the screen, so I'm just going to go from what I can see of the question. So my horse throws his head up in every canter transition. Yeah, so what you need to do... I really want to see what it says. Oh, thank you. It's one of the main things we worked on. I just can't seem to stop him doing it. Suggestions. Yep. So the quality of your transition, I don't need more. Thank you, baby. The quality of your transition, it depends on the quality of your trot before. So if you want a round canter transition, you need to have the horse really round in trot. So I always have the horse round and through, and then if I'm going to go do something, I half halt and I make it even more rounder and througher because I need it really round and through in order to carry it through in the transition. To do round transitions for a horse, trot canter or canter trot, that's hard. So they want to disengage their back, put their head up and run away. That's normal, but you have to influence the horse and the shape and say, so that's not allowed. Normally, for them to do a trot canter transition with their head up, they don't canter on the millisecond that you ask. They ask for one more stride so they can get their head up and then they do it. So you have to, if you go and glide into canter and they're not doing it instantly, back to trot. Because, you know, you've lost it. If you've got their head down, if you've got them round and through, and you ask for canter, and the millisecond you ask for canter, they don't do it, therefore they've disengaged and put their head up, back to trot. Don't teach them to the trot to canter transition is I apply the aid, you put your head up and run away for a stride and then canter. That's not a trot canter transition. Trot canter is I've got you in the shape and the way of going how I want, and you canter immediately from that and stay in the shape. So it's all about training on what you are allowing and what you are your standards, what you're expecting. My horse grabs the bit and can be quite strong in his work, and it's what is stopping him from moving up the levels. What tips do you have for loosening the jaw? Yeah, so I really like a leg yield exercise. I'm always moving the horse from side to side, or I might put it in a shoulder in or into a renvers. So all those things will loosen not just the jaw, but also the entire body of the horse. So it's just constantly... They're gymnasts. We always have to supple them and move them around. How can I keep my heels down but not lock up my leg? I'm trying not to put weight in my heels because I lock my leg, but if I relax, my heels come up. Yeah, it's about sending... So everyone shake their hands. Do you feel that heaviness in the shake? That's what your ankle's doing. Shake. So it's trot, 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 trot. If I now stretch out my arms... Do you see how now it doesn't shake? So my wrists have to be loose to get the shake. So I can't lock my arms out. I have to keep my wrists loose. So it's the same as your ankle joint. You want to keep it loose so it can take that jolt. But if you put too much weight down in there, you can't. So it's all about just have a play. It's really like if I asked you, how do you keep your wrist soft in a shake? It's like, okay, well, I just make sure that I'm soft. Okay, but how do you get weight down through the wrists? Well, I just make sure that there's weight down through my forearm, which then means that the weight has to go somewhere. So don't think about getting your weight down through your heels if that means that you're locking out your leg. Just get weight all the way down into your shins, and then it should figure itself out from there. Okay.
I like this one. It's really cool.
Why does my horse buck and rear and doesn't give up when my sister rides him, but when I ride him, he's a charm? Why? Okay.
Oh, I just reminded you when you did Milo that time.
I rode Milo one time.
Yes, and then when someone else got on, it bucked with him all the time. But then with you, it was
I don't think it was Milo.
Oh,
it was another horse.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, we've seen that with horses where they have a behaviour with one rider and then a different behaviour with another rider. And my belief, I don't know, you feel free to contradict me on this, it's just a belief, it's not real, anything like it's my reality, doesn't have to be yours, is that the horse has this amazing ability to sense what it is that we really want, or sense what are our fears, what are our desires, what are our rules, and if they feel that there's tension, or if they feel that there's anxiety, or if they feel that there's something there, then they play up. Oh, hang on. Thank you. Why are you laughing at me? No, I don't need a tissue. Okay. It's just like, I don't know, dust or something. And yes, if they feel that you are their leader when you get on them, the play up seem to be less. But if you step on, you go, can you please look after me? Then they tend not to sometimes. Okay, Sharon, how do I give myself a winning mindset? I think subconsciously I'm more comfortable with the attention on someone else. You can find that on Facebook, Phil.
Yes, it's here. And sabotage myself. That was the
Okay, with the attention on someone else and sabotage myself. Thank you for being so open and vulnerable, Sharon. That is a very good assessment, and awareness is 99% of the journey. So what you need to ask yourself is, when did I learn that it wasn't good or okay to have the attention on me? Where did you learn that? When did you learn that? And you'll find a time. And what I need you to do is go, okay, I was very young. I'm sure it happened when you were young. And you didn't know how the world worked. So you made up a rule and you made up a meaning based on what you knew at that time to keep yourself safe and keep yourself protected. Now you're all grown up and you can look after yourself and you know how the world works with a bit more proper reality. So is it now okay to have the attention on yourself? If you took away what you learned as a child and you didn't learn that lesson, what do you think now, in the cold, hard face of reality, is it okay to have attention on yourself? And obviously I can't coach you in 3 minutes like this. I haven't even got you in front of me. So please don't suggest that this is in any way solved for you, but that at least gives you a starting point of the questions you need to be exploring and the things you need to maybe want to start thinking about. Okay. Milo is super good. Yes. The horse wasn't Milo, it was a different M horse. And he's doing super, super well, thank you. Okay. Olivia Cook has been waiting for her question to be answered. Thank you, Amy, but I don't know what the question is. It's on Facebook. You've played a big part in helping me become the rider my young horse needs me to be. Awesome, Bark 78. I'm so glad that it's going well for you. Do I know how to do a half seat? I think it's a hunter thing, but I was just curious. Well, my understanding of a half seat, and I'm not a dressage rider. I hope I'm a dressage rider. I'm not a jumping rider or a hunter rider, but that would be just getting off the horse's back and going in what we would call a forward seat. And yeah, I do that sometimes. I definitely do that in my changes because the Frisian does not let me sit into him. And yeah, if ever I take the horse for a bit of a trail ride, off we go. And yeah, I do like to get out of the saddle, but I do really like to plug into the saddle and stay connected to the saddle as well. Do you have any tips on jumping? No, I don't jump, but I fell off and now I have a fear. How do you fix this fear? Please come to my fear class, Lizzie Coles 24. It's www.phil.
Sorry.
The fear class, the
yes.
link, it's on Instagram, so I just need to say it.
Yes.
Which is fearlessridingsuccess.com/fear secrets. So if you want to get to that fear class, that will help you. It definitely works for people that have fear around jumping, fear around water jumps, fear around coffin jumps, anything to do, any riding fear, the fear class will help you with it. Okay. Is this Olivia's question? My question is more of a fear-related one. When I was riding him in the riding school before I bought him, he would never spook. Now that I've bought him, he's become really spooky, and I normally come off as I don't have good balance. I've only had him home a week, and it's gotten to the point where I'm scared to ride him in the arena. Any tips on how to overcome this? Okay, yeah. So if you've got a horse that is spooking and you don't have the skills to deal with it, you do need to seek outside help. So there's two types of fear when you think of riding fear. There's the irrational riding fear. The horse hasn't done anything, but you're scared he might. You're scared he could. You're scared perhaps. But the reality of the situation is, with any horse, I understand the reality of the situation is on any horse, something bad can happen. Do get that. But the reality is the chances of that happening is normally quite low if you have a normal, obedient horse. If you have a horse that is a proven bucker, a proven bolter, a proven has a behaviour issue, you need to get the behaviour issue sorted, okay? So it sounds like this one, if the horse is spooking a lot, it's learnt that it can spook, it's learnt that it can keep going with this bad behaviour, in inverted commas, so you need to get someone more skilled to get that behaviour to be modified before you can then learn what that person did, so you can also tell the horse that that behaviour is not acceptable and this is the way of going from now on. So I hope that helps. Oh my God, I've been following your YouTube since I started horse riding 5 years ago. I love it, Anna. I used to watch you before every show I went to. I love it. I hope you went very well. Okay. Do you yourself teach riding lessons at RSI? No, I don't do one-on-one riding lessons unless I'm working, like I obviously love working with Sue and showing you Sue's journey through the dressage mastery videos, or sometimes we do them on YouTube and sometimes we put them on Xflix. But we have the amazing Megan doing the FEI lessons at RSI. Okay. How do you ride a good dressage test? I found in the tests I've done I was really rushing. How do you keep your nerves under control and ride a nice test? Thank you, Caitlin. I use a lot of NLP when I'm competing. NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. I slow down time. I make the time go slower because I do know exactly what you mean when the test is like one big fast blur and it felt like it went for 30 seconds and you rushed through everything and didn't prepare and didn't use your corners and didn't wait for the transitions to come to you. I know all of that. And yes, I don't really experience nerves, but I know that I could, especially at big competitions. The nerves do come in and I do need to then control my mind and make sure that they go away because they're not going to help me be my best. So we have... Yes, what I do want to help riders with their competition riding. So I have written a book, Competition Riding Success, and we will be releasing a competition resource available for you guys probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks. We're just putting the finer details on it because we wanted to do something really, really cool. But in the lockdown, it might not be as easy for people to do it. So we're just playing with how we can do that. But yes, there will be more free YouTube videos coming on competition riding. And we'll get that resource available for you very soon. Thank you. Is it important to get on with your instructor? I struggle to get on with mine and wonder if that holds me back. It's again going to depend on your goals and going to depend on your personality. So I've had coaches in the past and I'm now not even thinking riding coaches. I'm thinking... so who else do you have in your life that you invest money in to get a result? So you might have a personal trainer, you might have I was thinking a nutrition coach, which might be your personal trainer. You might have a business coach, you might have a piano teacher. So all these people, you're saying you've got skills and I want you to transfer those skills to me. Or I want a result, I want to play grade 8 piano, or I want to weigh a certain amount, or I want to be able to bench press 50 kilos, or, you know, whatever it is, you're like, this is my goal and I want you to help me get to it. Now, if you can take emotionality out of it and this person will get you the success that you want, then yeah, maybe you should stay with them. If protecting your emotional mindset is important and this person erodes, so let's say someone got you to Grand Prix but they made you feel hopeless and worthless and stupid the whole time you went there, you would have your result but you might have been hurt in the process, depending on how you mapped that. And if it didn't matter because achieving the goal was the most important thing, then it really doesn't matter what coach you have. If having fun is the most important thing and getting to Grand Prix would be nice, but most important is fun, then you probably wouldn't choose to work with that coach. So it's really just depending on what's your outcome. I know I've had coaches I can't stand. Phil knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Not yet.
Oh, it's not in the writing world, it's in another part of my life. And I just can't stand. But actually, it was an interesting exercise because the reason I couldn't stand them was they didn't see the world in any way, shape or form how I saw the world. So, you know, I'd be like, so the sky's blue, and they'd be like, well, actually it's green. And I'd be like, it's not, it's blue. But by him saying, actually it's green, and if you consider the possibility that the sky is green, what else would then that mean for you and for what you want to achieve? It definitely made me see things differently. So I couldn't stand him because we clashed and because we didn't have anything in common. But sometimes that's a good thing because it allows you to see things that you couldn't have seen previously. Whereas if you work with a coach that's exactly like you and exactly, you know, you get on so well, there'll be things that you will be missing and the coach will be missing. And guys, get that in any relationship. There's things you're getting and there's things you're missing. And I just love my job on the planet is to uncover what I didn't see and what I didn't get and what I hadn't considered. It's just so fun. Okay, where are you from? I'm just south of Barrie. Where is Barrie, Stephanie? I am in Victoria, which is the bottom, not the very bottom of Australia. Tasmania's below us, but we're the bottom of the mainland of Australia. Nice to meet you. Tash, love you so much. I'd like to know what I can do to work in my separation of my body parts. I crunch my legs up when I start working really, really hard. I have work on my body days. Any advice for me? Yeah, so stretch up, stretch down. So if you're crunching, it could be a fear-based thing that you're like wanting to get your center of gravity down, or you're just, protecting yourself a little bit more. So expansion, love, compassion, gratitude, shoulders back, stretch up, to like as if I was going to give you $1 million, but you needed to be 6 foot tall and you're not 6 foot tall. So how can you look 6 foot tall? So stretch all the way up and feel that someone's pulling your head to the sky and feel like someone's pulling your legs down to the earth. And when you stretch up, stretch down, you should feel a nice stretch on your abdominals and bring those shoulders back and down. So not backing up, backing down, and really feel that nice, straight, long spine, and you're good to go. Okay. Do you mind people DMing you? Okay, that's such an Instagram thing, isn't it? No, I don't. I believe DM it's like a personal message. I don't get why it's not called PMing. In Facebook, it's called PMing, isn't it? Me with technology. But no, that's fine if you would like to message me. I'd love to hear from you. I'm here to help. Okay. Debbie, didn't realise you're in Australia. I love it, Debbie. Do I not have an Aussie accent? Do I sound British? Feels like no. I can do accents anyway. Do you remember when we were in, I think we were in Fiji, and I said, it sounds so good to speak to some English people. And they went, we're New Zealanders. And I went, oh. So I can't do accents. Okay. Hello, love from Pakistan. I love it. We're getting everywhere on the world. Okay. Well, it's time, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah, I've prepared a little surprise on your desk.
Phil has prepared us. Oh, is this our Easter thing?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, I want to give you guys an Easter present. So I have asked the team to put together something. So let's go see what they've put together. I want to see.
Hang on a sec.
If you want to hold the box, but I will have to hold the box because let's go for a walk. Okay, love from Ireland. I love Ireland. Did we get to Ireland, Phil? We went to Scotland. Okay, hi from Ramona, California. I want to get to California. Say hi, Kate. Okay. Did you ever have people tell you that you would never make it as a professional rider? All the time. I still do. Where do I go?
I can, do you want me to hold it for you for a second?
Yep, cool.
You tell me if you want up or down.
Yeah, we'll turn it around.
I did.
I love it. Look at these Easter eggs. So, yep, you're good,
Yeah,
Phil.
just give me one
Get a seat. Okay. So, firstly, just to extrapolate on that answer, did you ever have someone tell you that you
Can't take it seriously.
that you're not professional enough and you'll never make it as a professional rider? Yes, I did. All the time, and I still do, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what anyone else's opinion is of you. It doesn't matter that people think I'm silly because I like to wear pink sparkly ears. I will literally go to the shops like this today because it makes me happy. So as long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not upsetting anyone, rock on. Do you. Love you. Okay? So, Easter presents. Easter presents?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, firstly, just tilt it a bit down. I don't think they're seeing all the chocolate.
Because it's not a fun time of year.
Okay. So, obviously, Easter's coming up this weekend, and what an Easter it is. It's not going to be the normal Easter with family engagements and lots of people around and lots of things going on. So, I said to the team, I want to put together an Easter present and an Easter package for you guys, something that you guys can invest in that can give you heaps and heaps of stuff to improve your riding. So, what did we get? What are you guys doing?
Click on the first tab.
Click on the first tab. Easter
There you go.
package. Okay, do you want to stay there or do you want to look at my computer?
We can.
Do you want to tilt to the computer so we can show them?
Yeah. Do you want to get those folders out that way?
Oh, no, it's all fine. Okay, that won't work. It doesn't show up. Okay, I'm going to read it. All right, so you guys get 9 days. Okay, so what you can do is we've put together a pack that's $400 value for only $9 US. I love it. So for $9 US, you can get 9 days access to Xflix, which is the 2,000 videos all around balance, secrets, fear, competition, goals, setting, just everything you could ever think of for that. Then 1 month access to the Fearless Mastery program. So it's going to help you understand what your fear is. So you get a full month. You get a full month of understanding what your fear is and how you can start to overcome it. We've got 1 month access to part 1 of Dressage Mastery, which is all about rhythm and seat, how to plug in your seat bones, how to control the rhythm of the horse, and how to really set the foundation for what you need to get dressage success. Then the 7-day Equinaction series with a bonus breakthrough to health and fitness workshop. So I really want you to start thinking about how can I look after my health in this period? How can I improve my fitness? How can I be fitter, stronger, better than what I was a month ago? So yay. And Equinaction, you guys may have done that free 7-day session with me. You get that as well. Then you get my 3 books. Where are my 3 books? So competition success, fearless riding success, and goal setting for success. Everything you would ever need is in those books. They are, isn't it? Like I remember I remember reading them, I remember writing them, and I just kept writing and I kept writing and I'm going, I need to put this in, I need to put this in, I need to put in this. So you get all 3 of those ebooks for you. You get 5 days of goal setting training. So who's heard of SMART goals? No, SMART goals is not the framework for success. I teach you the real 5-step system you need to get your goals achieved and to get success and take your entire performance to the next level. And Seat Secret series, so everything you want to know about seat.
Yes.
Everything you need to know about seat. So again, why would you use more weight in one seat bone than the other? How do you influence and make the trot bigger or the trot smaller with your seat? How do you do everything with your seat and how do you learn to do that? So cool, you get everything. That's cool. You can get everything in the Easter package for only $9 US. Where do they have to go? yourridingsuccess.com/Easter at home. Can you put the link in, please, Kate? And then I guess, so you can't see the screen. Just try again.
Yeah.
So,
come right around. Tell me.
Let me try.
How many these folders?
It's just a little bit overexposed. Oh, there we go.
Do you want to hold it?
It's just really...
I'll turn the light.
Okay, so that's what Xflix looks like. Can you just scroll down, Phil? So Xflix, this is what it will look like. You've got everything you need. Barn Secrets, Not Seen on YouTube, Equinection, Goal Setting, Xflix Series, your Canter, Xflix Series, your Trot, Competition, Voiceovers, Contact, Collection, Health and Fitness, Canter, Dressage, Half Halts, everything you can think of is coming your way. So Kate, have you put the link in here? Cool. So the link is there for you guys to get your Easter package. Let me know how you go with it. I'd love to know. And these. So how long is this available for?
Until next Monday.
Easter Monday.
Okay, so you can only access this Easter pack for $9 until next Monday. So if you want to, I look so good in this. You can just lift it up. YouTube's not getting it. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so if you want to binge watch, if you want to, because that $9 turns into an Xflix subscription, doesn't it?
If they want to continue.
So after the 9 days, if you are loving everything, you get to keep access to everything, and just $9 a month thereafter to keep access to Xflix. If you hate it, if you think it's crap, you don't like it, that's fine. Cancel, and you will not have any investment charged, and you won't be connected to Xflix. But whatever you do, I just want to make sure that you've got the videos you need. You get to enjoy Easter. You get to enjoy 4 days of eating chocolate and watching horsey videos. I think that would be really, really fun. Really, really, really fun. Oh, Sally's asked, for how long does the access last? So it's 30 days access to all your resources and $9 thereafter for Xflix. And that's correct, isn't it? Yeah, so it's 30 days. You get 30 days. 30 days. Yes. Trust that helps. I just can't, all I see is my pink ears going boom, 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 boom. So I can't take anything serious. All right, so I hope that helps. I hope that gives you guys what you need. Please do a video wearing your ears. I love it, Sally. I think I will. I think this will have to be a thing for the next couple of days while we're doing our Easter thing.
A video on the horse, on top of the helmet, the ears.
Oh, I don't know if the ears will fall off if I ride with a helmet. Okay, so tomorrow, are we going on a horse or are we doing this, Phil?
Putting the thing. Well, we'll see. If the weather's good, we might go for a walk and check out the foals and take people. And
yeah,
visit
so
the
tomorrow, let's go for a walk around the property. Hopefully it's not
permits.
raining, and we can show you the babies and show you around the farm. Might do a stable tour as well, and and then maybe on Friday we'll do a ride again. Cool. I see lots of people were really interested in coaching as well, so we'll get in touch with you that mentioned you would be interested in that. And I think that's all. Have a really great. Just checking, all good. Yep. Have a really great day. I've really enjoyed hanging out with you guys again. And we're going live at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. So same time tomorrow. We'll put a note on Facebook and Instagram, but same time. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much. All right. I love you guys. Have an amazing 24 hours, and I'll see you in 24 hours. Bye. I need to. So this is the funnest bit because they get really close up on my ears. All right. I've finished that one. And that one, and YouTube. What do I press? The cross button?